Hello everybody. Today I wanted to talk about a very popular guitar technique that guys like Jimi Hendrix, John Mayer use a lot, and it's combining double stops with hammer-ons. So by the end of this video, you'll be able to understand the basics of the technique and then maybe how to apply it in a few other chords. So we're going to learn that technique through this little progression I came up with. It goes something like this. So that's the progression that we'll be working with in this video. So first let me show you the chords that are being used in this progression. So we're going to start with a B bar chord with the root on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So this is the shape that we're going to be referring to a lot in this video. So for those who are playing this chord for the first time, you're going to have your first finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and your third finger is going to bar across the 4th fret on strings 2, 3, and 4. And that's what we're going to be using there. So we have our B bar chord here. Then we're going to come up to a D sharp bar chord, an E bar chord, and then an A open chord, which is basically the same shape as that bar chord we were just looking at. We're going to come back to the B. The first chord is that B bar chord, and then what you're going to do is you're going to move your first finger over to where your third finger is right now, and you're going to replace that with your first finger, and you're going to bar across to cover the 5th string as well. So then you have something that looks like that. So after you play that, you're going to hammer on the 6th fret of the 5th string with your third finger. Hammering on is just slamming that third finger onto that fret there. So you'll play that chord and then hammer on. So you get a sound like that. For the notes that you're aiming for, if you want to be very specific, you want to aim for the 4th and 5th strings, but it's actually okay to grab more than those 2 strings as well. Now theoretically what's actually going on is you're actually completing another version of this same shape or chord here. The only difference is you're playing what's called the 3rd of this chord instead of the 1st. This would be the root or the 1st here, and this would be the 3rd. So now we have something like this. And now we're going to go to the D sharp chord. And you can do the same thing that you did before. Replace this finger with this finger, play, hammer on. So this type of thing. And then you can do the same thing with this chord if you want, or you can just slide up to play a different version of that E. So you can ad-lib with it. You can go from here, or you can go here. That sort of thing. Now it's something that you can also do, which is really interesting too, is you hammer on, but then you play not the 4th string, but the 3rd string, and you get this kind of, this type of very like Jimi Hendrix sort of thing. You can do that lick with the 4th string or the 3rd string, or you can combine them. This type of sound. So that's what I was doing there. Then from here, come down to the A, and then back to the B. that brings us to this little lick. So what I was doing there this time is playing those two strings without the hammer on, bringing my third finger to play those two, and then coming down to the third and fourth strings to play those two, and then bring my third finger down here, and you get this type of sound. And then you can go backwards. So I had, and then I can come back to the B. So that's the basic technique with that third finger. Again, the most important thing to remember is this shape, right? So, of course, this is your shape with the root there, or you can use this shape here where your third finger is on the third of the scale. So of course you can play what I actually played, or just play that version where you're using your third finger to play the lowest note. Hopefully that gives you an insight. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.